That's all I have, Mr. Chairman. I yield back the balance of my
Would the
time.
gentleman yield to me?
Yes, sir.
I want to take a point of privilege for a moment. Earlier, like many people from the chair, you say something and you take a shortcut. And I want to make sure I make something very clear. When I referred to my ranking member, who, when we're not sparring over politics, he and I work very well together, I talked about effectively me thinks she does protest too much as we debate the question of whether things not being rogue agents in Cincinnati, but rather being in Washington at various levels that we're discussing here today, which include the office of the consul and Lois Lerner. And I've been offended by my ranking member wanting to defend the White House, who I have not accused. But I took a shortcut in how I expressed it. I want to make it very clear that when I talk about the little boy putting his hand in the cookie jar, I'm talking about what cookie jar, what hand. And that is something that I grew up with. It is intended to be about a small child, and in no way the use of boy or little boy to be anything else. The ranking member and I enjoy a personal relationship that is, by definition, strained because of our jobs, but not because of how we respect each other. So, Mr. Cummings, I want to make it very, very clear that that difference of opinion should always be expressed in a way that you understand that you and I disagree sometimes about policies, but never about our individual roles. And I want to make sure that's clear, because the press, I think, took the use of little boy in a way that would certainly never come out of my thought, much less deliberately out of my mouth. And to the extent that anyone gets offended, Mr. Cummings, I certainly do not want it to be you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I really do appreciate your words. Words can certainly be taken out of context and taken and twisted and whatever, but I do appreciate it, and I know you mean that. Like you said, we differ sometimes on our views, but at the end of the day, the respect level is still extremely high, and so I really appreciate that.
Thank you, Mr. Cummings. I thank the gentleman.